I think people right now, because they're so informed, are beginning to realize it's not enough to just know, that this is a time in history to know how. We have never, in all the studies we've done, we've never seen people be able to change their brainwaves as quickly and as efficiently as this particular group. The scale is off the chart. %80 of our participants had a more than 90% change in their brain for the better in 4 days, to create more heart coherence so that you can self-regulate your emotional state independent of what's going on in your outer environment. And so we've kind of narrowed it down to a formula. So the evidence that we're seeing in our scientific measurements sits on this side, and it's objective. It's not just subjective, you saying, oh, I feel better at the end of the event. No, well, we have science to prove that it's not just in your mind, it's in your brain. It's not just in your mind, it's in your body, right? And then there's this other arena that's starting to unfold that's actually surprising me on a daily basis, and I'm so changed because of it, because in our week-long events, we're witnessing miracles of biblical proportion. And I'm talking about blind people seeing, deaf people hearing, tumors shrinking, MS, huge changes, people with crutches and walkers or walking without them. I mean, we're seeing very significant changes taking place.
For the people that this is making a lot of sense to, but they're still stuck in this daily routine, and logically this all makes sense, how do you get people to make that first step where they can maybe have that one day or that 1 hour where they're like, wow, I actually just took everything Dr. Joe said and I see a little bit of evidence. Maybe I can now take the next step and the next step.
Yeah. If you can't think greater than how you feel, we've studied the brain scans of people who are thinking in a meditation within some disturbing emotion. And 100% of the time, they make their brain worse. They are driving it further into higher beta brainwave patterns because, first of all, the arousal of the stress hormones is causing you to become overly analytical, and analysis isn't going to do it. Even the insight from analysis isn't going to change it. And then secondly, the emotion is a record of the past, so you're thinking in the past. The solution is getting beyond it. So breaking that cycle is shortening the refractory period of those emotional reactions is the gift, right? And I don't care that you react. The question is, how long are you going to react, right? That's the fundamental question. We have seen dramatic, and I mean dramatic, changes in people's health instantaneously, because it's not matter that emits a field. When you study the science, it's the field that creates matter. If you change the field, you're going to change matter, and that just takes a change in belief, because most people think they need to change the matter, they need to change the tumor. It's not your job to change the tumor. That's matter to matter. You have to change the pattern or the information in the field. I think the best way to say it is, if you're not defined by a vision of the future, you're left with the memories of the past. And people literally believe in their past more than they believe in their future. That's why they talk about their past more than they talk about their future. People romance their past and more in love with their past than they are in love with the future. And people who actually create amazing things in their life just were more in love with their future, and they kept it alive in their mind every day. And they, like feeding a plant or a garden, they're tending to that future every single day, and the delight that comes with it, and the excitement that comes with it, and the emotions that come with it, cause them to literally change their brain and body over time to begin to look like the future has already happened. Now think about that. If there's evidence in your brain and body by thought alone, evidence that looks like you've already experienced your future, what does that mean? It's already happened. So relax, because it's going to find you, and it's going to come in a way that you least expect. That's the beauty behind this. If you could predict it, it's nothing new. It's got to surprise you. The brain learns by mistakes and surprises. So why not be surprised by an unknown coincidence or opportunity or synchronicity? And the moment you notice what you did inside of you that produced that effect outside of you, you're going to pay attention to what you did, and you're going to do it again, and you're going to believe less that you are the victim of your life. Someone or something is controlling your feelings and thoughts. So all of a sudden realizing your feelings and thoughts begin to create an outcome in your life. I think that experience then causes a human being to feel empowered. They start to believe in themselves more. And I think when we believe in ourselves,